Oh, for crying out loud. This way. Oh, it looks like we've got a good amount of people jumping on. Great. Hello in Oklahoma, Megan. Sorry, I'm adjusting a few things here. Hello, everyone. Just trying to get my angles correct here. Hi, everyone. So I've got Instagram and YouTube on here, just so I can try to read everybody. Hope everybody is doing well. I hope everybody's having better weather than what's been happening the last, the last several weeks. Have been crazy weather all over the U.S. I'm sure everybody who's not in the U.S. has heard about that. But so hopefully, I know it's thawing out here. It's 50 degrees here and it's sunny today. So I'm very grateful for that. Hello in India. Hello in Montreal. Hello, Pennsylvania. Hello, Washington State. Hi, everyone. So I just wanted to get on here. I haven't done a live in a while, simply because we've been so absolutely backed up on orders. We have been backed up on orders for exactly 1 year now, thanks to the pandemic. And we have struggled to keep up in that year, but we have remained open the entire time. And we have remained putting out orders weekly. So though shipping times are not quite where I would like them to be at yet, we are getting there. And soon enough, we'll be back on track. So go ahead. Come on in, bud. My son is back from tutoring.
It's like 50 degrees outside.
I know, it's very nice out. You should go play outside.
That's what I'm about to do.
Good. Get us. You might still need a sweatshirt, though. I don't know.
Yeah.
So.
Can I use these shoes to run?
No.
I can't run in boots.
Well, I'm sorry. We'll take care of that after the school tour today, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Sorry about that. We're back. Oh, I'm glad you're enjoying the oil that you bought. Yeah, so anyway, like I said, we are getting back on track with shipping. It's not exactly where I want it to be yet, but it was a lot of businesses closed during this time because they could not obviously hire workers, or it was a mandatory closing. But I'm very proud to say that we remained open the entire time. It has been a difficult year, and of course, production has been behind. So I have some suppliers that, you know, are 5 or 6 months behind right now, and we have done our best, and I think we have done a pretty good job. So, but I'm glad that things are getting back to normal. So, thank you, Whitney. Oh yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed the flying oil. Oh yeah, thank you. These are the earrings are Misha Ferzana. I'm not sure how you say her last name. I can actually link her. I will link her for you guys, so you can take a look at her, because every time I wear these earrings, somebody always asks. So I will just go ahead and link her right now for you. So I've linked her on YouTube for everyone watching. There's a couple of other links that I want to send out for you today. So today is March's prosperity service, the community prosperity service. So that's going to be going on this evening. So I'm going to put up a link to that now, because right after I do this and finish here, I'm going to be moving into doing that. So this will be sort of the last call for people to get in on March's prosperity service. So I'm going to link that now on YouTube as well for anyone who wants to join in that. What I really enjoy about March's prosperity service is it's right before tax time, so it's a really good time to sort of get that that energy behind, you know, smooth and easy taxes and a good tax return if you're anticipating that. So it's something that's it's a great time of year to do that. It's also, springtime. We sort of want to get finances in order, get our house in order, and start making home repairs and things like that. So it's a good time of year to focus on that type of thing. The other thing I'm going to share with you guys is I'm doing an emergency warding and clearing service this Friday. Now, I offered this last March when the pandemic began, and people found it really, really helpful. So what it is it's just an emergency service that calls on like the energies of protection and warding, stability, health, healing, safety. If we want to keep things, keep things steady and safe, like our employment, obviously our families, our home environment is a really big thing to focus on right now. Because we're all still inside with each other. And so we want to make sure that that environment stays healthy and positive and happy, right? So I'm going to link that now on YouTube as well for anyone who wants to join that. That is this Friday, so that is quickly approaching. Okay, let's see. Oh, thank you, Megan.
I'm gonna head out.
Okay, buddy, have fun. Starting some herbs and plants from seed in my garden and looking forward to them taking off. Yes, I am very much looking forward to. I haven't ordered any of my seeds or my plants yet. I ordered from richters.com. That's actually another. For anybody who is, I grow a lot of my own vegetables and a lot of my own herbs and a lot of things that I use in my work. And richters.com is my absolute favorite source for all of my crazy witchcraft herbs. You can buy henbane and monk's hood and belladonna plants. And they also have all kinds of vegetable plants and seeds too that you can buy. So I went ahead and linked that on YouTube for anybody. They are my absolute favorite place. I have literally ordered from them for 20 years. So I am an avid gardener. I worked as a horticulturist for 10 years, part of it while I was starting this business. And they are my absolute favorite for anything rare, unusual, crazy, magical. And their vegetables are great too. So I'm really looking forward to getting back out there and getting back in the dirt. The ground is still frozen here, but it's happening. We have 18 days until spring. I know everybody is like super stoked about that. So, oh, thank you, everyone. I was in Louisville for the weekend, seeing my best friend of 16 years, I believe, is how long we've been friends. And we went to Sephora together. Everybody always asks about my lipsticks. So I was smart this time and I had it ready. This is a new vegan line called Bite. And the color is molten chocolate. And the reason I bought it is because this is very much what I was wearing in the 90s. It has like I always do like this super, super matte. And this has some shimmer to it, which is very 90s. I was either wearing like a brown or like a super shimmery one like this in the 90s. Well, not super shimmery, but enough. You can go ask her. But I don't know what she's doing. So.
Right now she's just on her porch.
Oh, well, see if you can hang out with her.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, my son's asking me if he can go back to hang out with his tutor. So at least he loves her. Oh, you've never, this is Megan Easton. I'm going to try my go with planting some things this spring. I've never had any plants before, so wish me luck. It's not as overwhelming as it sounds. I'm sure you'll be just fine. If you can get, a couple of books about, so you understand what grows well, where in your conditions, the type of soil you have and the lighting that you have, you'll be just fine. Or you can even look that information up online. So, or go to your local garden center, and I'm sure they'll be happy to help you. I do recommend going to a locally owned garden center if you can. The people there are a lot more knowledgeable versus going someplace like a Lowe's or a Home Depot. So that'll take care of that. Here's my other one coming in. Yeah, this is my first product from them, Megan. So I am liking it. It is different than what I usually wear, because I usually wear like the super stay matte stuff, but I am still liking it. So it does a pretty good job of staying on. Let's see, we already have work booked for this coming March 8th. Would the community service that you have scheduled for this Friday be beneficial or overload? There's not really any such thing as overloading spiritual work unless you've done like, 20 spells on the same person and none of them have happened. If none of them have come to fruition, then it's not going to work out. So people usually only do that with love work. So if I don't know, Jamie, what you have scheduled right now, just because I don't have my planner in front of me and I don't memorize my clients' appointments for the whole week, because it's like 10 clients a week. But if the community services are smaller services that are made to sort of boost or layer to help work along. So there's not any reason that would overload anything. The overloading, like I said, that only comes when people are doing like 20 love spells on the same person, or they've hired 50 different spellcasters for the same situation, which those people contact me once in a while and have to sort of explain that. Well, I have tried to find out what the spellcaster did. And so I ask them, and then the answer is usually, well, I don't know, because they didn't send me any pictures or any reports. So then I have to tell them that they probably got scammed, and then we can either start all over or they can just sort of leave it alone and see what happens. So those are basically the only options there. Do I happen to give any tips on making your own oils? I'm not really sure what kind of tips you're looking for. I mean, there's, I'm not really sure what kind of tips what you would be looking for, like as in oil bases. I prefer to use sunflower oil as the base, or coconut oil, fractionated coconut oil. And then I use mineral oil for ones like, that are more curio-based oils, like Damnation or Black Cat or Lost in a Way or things like that. So I'm not, like I said, I'm not really sure what kind of tips you're looking for. Like if you have a specific question about making oils, I would be happy to try to answer that for you. But I make over, I think I have 400 listed on my site, and I make over 1,000 different types of oils. So for like a tip just on making them is kind of oversimplifying it, because my oils are really, really detailed. They're really, really detailed. I count down to the drop. I count down to the petal. So they're consistent. I dry almost all of my own flowers for my oils. I just listed my spring equinox oil, my Eostar oil, and this has hand-dried hydrangea, flax, and carnation in it, and pussy willow. So like you know what I mean? I just don't know what kind of tips you're looking for. Oh, thank you so much. For a owned business, how often should one do business money magic? I'm guessing she's saying for a self-owned business, how often should one do business magic, money magic? I would say at least every 2 weeks or monthly if you want to keep things going and consistent. It's like pedaling a bike. Once you stop pedaling, the bike is going to stop and you're going to fall off, right? So you have to continue to work hard. That's the same with magic. If you just stop working, you don't get a paycheck anymore. So people have this weird, I don't know where this came from. I don't know where this crazy misconception came from that like you do a spell and it fixes that problem forever for the rest of your whole life, even if you live to be 100 years old. Like, I have no idea how this concept got spread, because it's complete bullshit. Energy never goes away, right? We know this from the law of physics. It's just turned into something else. So you keep it moving, right? And you gear it and you aim it towards what you want it to go into, okay? And in my opinion, if you stop aiming it and you just let it go chaotic, then it can do whatever it wants. The idea is to control that energy and focus it into the area of your life that you want to have control over. So you wouldn't like do a spell and then just like quit. You know what I mean? Because then that energy is just sort of out there hanging around with no guidance. So you continue to maintain it and keep it focused. So like I said, I don't know where that came from, where it's like people are like, oh, I did my money spell for the year, I should be all set. And it's like, okay. Like, what do you go to work one day a year and like expect like a year's worth of salary? No. Like, you get the results from the work you put in. That's just how it works with anything. That's how it works in your relationship, in your marriage, and with your children, with your job, with anything. That's just how it works. Yes, maintenance work. Yeah, that I'm a big proponent of that. And I never really saw anybody else talking about it until I started doing my YouTube. And I'm sure somebody did, but that's one of the points that I really, really wanted to drive home, is that it's not, people keep thinking that, spells are these magic pills that you take, or, and then everything is perfect afterwards. And I'm sorry, but there's just no such thing. And I don't really even want that, right? Part of the fun of life is the challenges that it presents to you, right? Because you get to develop your personality based on that. You get to see exactly what you're made of. You get to see exactly how smart you are. It's a challenge. It's a test. Who wants just something that's going to fix everything and then you walk around like a zombie because you never have to think about anything again or make any choices? That sounds like imprisonment to me. That doesn't sound liberated. And magic is supposed to be liberating. It's supposed to be empowering and liberating. Oh, I'm glad you're enjoying your order. Yes, that's exactly right. Zara Energy says that is so true of the concept that one spell fixes it forever. I think of it like exercise. You don't train once and now you're fit for life. Yes, that is exactly the point I am making. I would love your advice on this. A homewrecker, oh boy, who is obsessed with rubbing her new love in my sister's face. Can I help my sister doing a healing spell on her behalf? And then the homewrecker. Well, a homewrecker can't wreck a home unless there's a willing party. So the person who left chose to leave and be with a new person. And that was their choice, and they have their own free will, and they're allowed to change their mind and make that choice. If you want to do healing work for your sister, absolutely, you can do that. I'm not somebody that believes that you have to get permission from every single target that you work on. I don't believe in that, especially if it's something that is helpful. something that's like a healing spell, or something to help somebody gain employment, or somebody, a spell to help somebody do well at an interview, or do well on a test in school, do well academically. I don't believe you have to ask permission for those things. That's kind of an old sort of Wiccan sort of thing, like, oh, because it's going to come back to you ×3 if you don't ask somebody's permission to do work on them. I'm sorry, but it's made up. So I do spells on people. That's my job. It's been my job for the last 13 years professionally. And I probably have 10 clients a week. And I have not had karmic repercussions from doing spells on people. So I can just tell you that it's not true. Yeah, so I'm not really sure. I understand, and I'm sorry that your sister's relationship has ended in that capacity, but I'm not sorry that she found out what type of person she was with, because now she knows. And it's better she finds out sooner rather than later, because now she can build the life she wants with somebody that she deserves, who respects her. So, I have a saying in my family, and it's sometimes our bad luck saves us from worse luck. So she may think that she's having bad luck now because she had a homewrecker enter her relationship and ruin her relationship, but that could have saved her from so much more trouble down the road with this partner, is what I'm trying to express to you right now. And I hope that you're understanding what I'm saying. Well, then your sister needs to go to her local courthouse and file a private protection order. Some people call those restraining orders, but it's what's called a private protection order. So your sister needs, if those things are indeed happening, then your sister needs to go file a private protection order against this person. So she needs to document every single time the person calls her or shows up to her house or her place of work, etc. So she has a paper trail to show the courts in case an incident happens. So I'm speaking to you from my legal background right now. So that's exactly what she needs to do, if that's what's happening. The one who wins cares least. So I would recommend you and your sister just drop having anything to do with her at all, and file the correct paperwork so you have legal protection, and move on and have your sister work on herself and not worry about the other person. You're welcome. Hello, everyone. Let me see if I missed anybody on Instagram. How do you feed and care for your prosperity mojo bag? If you go to my blog, which is conjuredcardia.blogspot.com, and you type in the search box, how to feed and care for a mojo, I have an entire article written about that on my blog. How do I work on narcissistic individuals, and what do you recommend? That's way too broad of a subject for me to approach right now on a live. I would first of all need to understand why this person is being diagnosed as narcissistic, because that's an overly used diagnosis. And then we would have to talk about exactly what's happening. And then we would have to talk about why that's affecting you, or why you're letting it affect you. If you're still in the relationship with that person, why are you in the relationship with them? There's no way I can possibly even start that on a live. If you want to write me an email for a consultation, my email is conjuredcardia@gmail.com. And I will put that here in the comments for everyone. Hello, everyone. So the other thing I wanted to show you guys, the next giveaway, which is happening this weekend. See if you can see it. Spiritual growth and mindful goal setting. This is a spirituality prompting journal, which everybody is really big into right now, and I think it's super helpful. And I just really, really love this book. It's a beautiful hardcover book. It's by Jenny Prochko. She's actually a local hedge witch. And so this is the next giveaway. It is a lovely, big, thick book. You can use these prompts and you can write directly in this book, or you could, put it into your own journal if you want to save this maybe to use over a whole other year. But it is a full year of spirituality prompts to help you develop your spirituality and develop your own empowerment. Okay, so this is going to be the next giveaway. And it will probably be on Instagram and Facebook. So keep an eye out for this one. I'll give you one more shot of it. You can go follow her at Owls and Indigo. So make sure you, I'm going to tag her right now on Instagram so everybody can go follow her, okay? And that will be the next giveaway. I'm super excited about that one. I think journaling is, I know it's super popular right now, but I think a lot of times things are popular because they're great and they're super helpful, and it is a very important, helpful spiritual tool. So the other thing I wanted to show you, the Glamour Witch, who I love, who I will also tag soon. My shirt that I'm wearing, this says "All my witches be witches," the Glamour Witch. Everybody can see. So she has an amazing merchandise, and I think she's got a little bit of an apothecary too on her site. I hope I'm not wrong about that. I don't think I am. I'm pretty sure I saw that she was offering some. So I'm going to tag her now. I just bought this shirt, and I bought some cards that say the same thing, so I can give them to my coven sisters on special occasions or whatever. So that's just a couple of new items that I sort of wanted to plug, and just wanted to tag a couple of people on these. So let's see. This is Dana. I have a working schedule with you at the end of March. Anything I should do on my end to prepare? So this is probably the biggest question. Well, it's top 3 questions I get with people who schedule appointments with me. If you feel you are emotionally available, mentally available, and that you don't like burst into tears or go into a panic attack every time you think about the situation that we're going to work on together, then you can do simple supportive candle work on your end. And I have videos on that in my FAQ section, which will show you how to set up a basic candle working. If you are too emotionally or mentally attached and you are not available energetically, please don't bother to attempt work on it, because you could sabotage the working and the work that I'm trying to do for you. So you really need to be really honest with yourself about where you're at with the situation. And if you don't think you can handle it, then you should not handle it at all, and you should leave it to a professional. And that's why we call professionals. Can I tell you more about my daily practice? Well, what would you like to know? I mean, my daily practice is just sort of woven into my career, you know. I'm either working on orders or I'm working for clients. So it's all one big daily practice for me. But if there's anything specific you would like to know, I'm happy to answer that. Listening to music is a huge part of my practice, and setting my energy for the day. I like to choose music that is gets me into a certain vibrational pattern, so that I'm in a certain mindset and energetic framework to work on orders for the day or work on appointments for my clients. So music is a huge thing. I light my altar candles. You can see right here, my water bottle's in the way, sorry. My altar is right here to my left. I have 4 Novena candles. I light on that every day. Occasionally I have maintenance work going for myself, which I do right now, but you can't see. Oh yeah, you can right here. You can just barely see it right here. Incense, I put out offerings of incense daily outside every day to carry blessings to my community of protection, safety, peace, and prosperity. Yeah. I don't know if that helps. I don't know if that helps, but okay, so let's see if I missed anything. How do I politely tell people I know my craft is personal and I'm not comfortable doing readings on them? People seem to get really mad. So people are asking you for readings, like they just come up to you and they're like, "Oh, do a reading for me," and you're like, "No, thank you. Like it's not like I'm not doing work hours right now, and so I'm right now I'm just trying to relax and like whatever, have a meal or have a drink. I just need to know the scenario." My friend is at a crossroads in life. He's single, was recently fired from his job and booted out of his home. He wants to get the ball rolling in his intended path. What do you suggest for him? I suggest that he get a reading from somebody reputable. We offer readings on my site. Diana is my head reader here at the House of Hoodoo, and she does a wonderful job. Actually, everybody should head on over to Diana's page, which is The Art of Casting, or Art of Casting. Excuse me, it's just Art of Casting on Instagram. I'm going to type this in here. And she has been my head reader here for 5 years. And I recommend that he absolutely start with a reading. It doesn't have to be with us, but just another professional, qualified, experienced reader. Between Diana and I, we have almost 45 years experience. So with our pre-working readings, which is what I will link for you, is you get a reading and you get a consultation with me as for steps to take for $45. Okay? So, and I'm going to link that right now for anybody who wants that. $45, and it gets you a 3-card tarot reading and your consultation with me. So it's actually a really good deal. I think there's a lot of practitioners out there and their consultations are starting at like $65 to $100. So we like to really get the ball going with new clients. We love meeting new people and reading and speaking to new people, especially right now. We want to be of the most service as possible, right, to people. So so that's why we like to keep the prices really affordable. And you get 2 professionals, like I said, 45 years of experience between the 2 of us. Yeah, for the 45. So I recommend that he get a good professional reading from a qualified professional. And by qualified professional, I want to say somebody who has at least 5 years professional reading experience, as in that is their job day in, day out. They read at events. That's what a professional is to me. Okay. So he needs to start with that. And then I would probably recommend what I'm probably going to recommend for him after that, and this is without knowing too much information, is a blockbuster service or set. So I'm going to link that too. This is really good for people who are starting over at things, who feel like they're hitting a lot of blockages, when a lot of things are sort of falling apart in their life, and they need to get like good luck and success back on track for them. So I offer the set, which gives you the full instructions of how to do everything yourself, which I just linked on YouTube. And I also offer the service. If you are not comfortable performing the ritual by yourself, it is quite involved ritual, because what we're doing is we are simultaneously removing blockages that are causing these happenings to be going on in your life. So we're removing blockages, and then we're opening pathways of opportunity. So it's a multifaceted approach where you can't just open the paths, because if there's still obstacles there you haven't dealt with, then you're never going to get down the path. So both of those things have to happen together. So that's kind of like a misnomer with like open roads work, abre camino work, things like that, or you can just do it and it's going to reveal all these opportunities to you. Not if you have all this stagnant stuff that's built up, or you have self-sabotaging behaviors, you have people around you who are not supportive. If you don't address all those things and get those things out of the way, your roads are never going to be clear. So it doesn't matter how many opening roads, road opener, abre camino work you do. It's never going to happen. So okay, thank you for this live. Hello, Terrell with Shabanu. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing your name incorrectly. I wanted to ask you, how do you usually do your rituals? I mean, do you do a few one day at a time, or do you do one at a time? I have 2 days. I have 3 days a week that I work on client appointments, and I have 3 days a week that I work on production in my Botanica. So things are spread out as evenly as I can get them on those 6 days, so I can maintain my energy level and my production level. Oh, great. I'm glad to hear that, Jamie. Hello, everyone. Let's see. Okay, we're about a little over halfway through here. What herbs are good for my school, child, and studies for focus and concentration and success? I would highly recommend clove, cinnamon, and then your citrus fruits, things like grapefruit, lemon, and orange. If you're going to use essential oils or herbs, those are the ones I recommend. Lemongrass works too because it has that citrusy note. That's my specific reason why I don't read for others out of my family. I've done it if I have done it for years, but not professionally. I don't want to take their money and steer them wrong accidentally. Well, yeah, that's understandable. I can send you the link again, Davey. The link is to me and my head reader, Diana. We work together on the pre-working readings and consultations. So I'm going to add the link one more time now, Davey, for you. Okay. So if you look on your feed, you should see it now. My name is highlighted in yellow and you will see the link. Okay. Hello, everyone. And that is that's not like a promotional offer or anything like that. That's our standard rate. That's been our standard rate for the last, actually it just went up like $5, but over the last 5 years it was within that range, like $40, $45. So that's our standard rate. It's not like a sale or anything. Am I shipping to Kenya now? That depends on if my shipping company will let me ship to Kenya. Over the last year, they have turned on restrictions to certain countries, and they don't tell us until we go to ship it. So I would have to look that up. Nigeria was restricted for a while, and then there were a couple of other African countries that were restricted for a while. So I don't know where the restrictions are at right now. That's something I would have to look up, and right now I don't have the capacity to do that. Do I ship to Europe? Yes, I ship worldwide. I've shipped worldwide for the last 13 years. It's only until the pandemic started that some countries were either stopped shipping, like Greece, or I was not allowed to ship to certain countries. So that is changing and fluctuating all the time. As far as I know, Greece is bad. I know I am able to ship to Greece and receive items from Greece because one of my buyers is there. And I have had no issues with any European countries. I know it seems like a really rare thing that people ship internationally in my business, because people ask me, I get that question almost every day. And so people must really not ship internationally in my business. Oh, you know what? There's one other thing. I'm going to let you guys in right now. this is the last like 2 days for this promotion. The promotion that I've been running is orders of $40 or more, you receive a free copy of my e-guide, candle work tips, tricks, and techniques e-guide. And this e-guide covers a short history of candles, storage and preparation of your candles, duration and tips for success, the power of the senses and magical workings, loading your candles, how to work with the conjure candle, how to dress your candles, safety, inscribing your candles, writing a goal pyramid, adding beacon candles, gridding, wax flow interpretation, basic flows, maintenance, and candle disposal. So that guide is free with every order of $40 or more right now from my site. This is the last 2 days. I just remembered this. So I'm going to link my site for you guys, and I will link the e-guide as well for anyone who just wants to purchase that separately. My website, I just sent the website now for on Instagram. What is a product of yours that you enjoy making the most? It would absolutely be my oils. My oils are my pride and joy. So that is absolutely my top seller. And thank you, the Cancer Moon Mystic. I appreciate that. Yeah, I love making my oils. I love drying and preparing my own flowers and herbs for a lot of them. It's just a really methodical, ritualistic process, and I really enjoy it. How should one use a black candle to remove black magic? What should we inscribe on it? Well, you should inscribe your goals on it. It's your candle. It's your spell. I don't know what you're experiencing, so I can't tell you what you're experiencing. So you're the one who's experiencing whatever it is you're experiencing. So then that's what you would write down on your candle that you want to be removed. Oh, thank you. Is that for orders of products, or will I be eligible with the order I place for my working? It is on, that is on any order. You just have to enter the word guide on your order form, so I know that you want it. And I'm going to type this. And the special instructions area on your order form is where you're going to enter that. So I know that you want the guide. Sometimes I do promotions or freebies and people don't want them. So, and that's fine. That's fine. But I don't want to waste them on people who don't want them. When there are people out there where sometimes I'll run out of a product. In this case, it doesn't apply because this is a virtual product, but I'll run out of a product and then somebody who really wanted it can't get it. So. Oh, thank you very much. I'm glad that you guys are enjoying the oils. What do you suggest to remove the feeling of being blocked financially? Hi, Mimi. I actually linked a couple of things back up a little further. It's my Blockbuster service and my Blockbuster set. And I would recommend either one of those things. Oh, thank you. Everyone's loving the earrings. I linked them on YouTube. So I linked the maker. All right, guys. We've got about 10 minutes left here. So thanks, everyone, for the great questions today. I'm glad to have gotten on here and been able to do a live with you. It's been just hellaciously busy for a while there. In February, I was working 7 days a week to try to get caught up on orders. And we are still not caught up, but we are doing our absolute best. I talked about this before on a couple of other of the lives. Since we remained open over the last year and we did not close one time, and a lot of other botanicas did, for one, either because they were very, very small and they did not have employees and could not get products, or they were very large and they were factories and they had employees and they were required to shut down due to COVID restrictions. So people like me that are mid-range size botanicas stayed open. And we got the influx of all of the orders that would normally go to the big box botanicas and to the very, very small sort of boutique botanicas. So we really got hit with probably an additional 30% of production with, and there were a couple of months there where it was just me working. So probably 2 or 3 months of just down to one person. So I know a lot of people have been complaining about their times of receiving items from, different websites online and different companies. And so the reason I'm telling you this is so that you understand where we are at, and so that you can find it inside yourself to practice some patience, some understanding, and some compassion. If buying both services, can both petitions be on the same comment section? Yes, it can. Absolutely. Amit, you always come on here with these very vague questions. What would you suggest to bring financial stability and prosperity? I mean, I have no idea. I have no idea what your situation is. I don't know if you have a job. I don't know where you're at in the world. I don't know what's hindering your financial stability and prosperity, because I would have to know that first in order to answer the question. I can't answer a question that I don't know when I don't know what the problem is. So while I appreciate your comments, please refrain from making such vague statements. If you have a very specific question you would like me to answer and you want to tell me exactly what your problem is, I would be happy to help you. If you don't want to tell me what your problem is and you want to remain vague about it, then I'm going to give you a very vague answer, which is of no use at all. So honestly, it's just a waste of both of our times. So, and the only reason I'm saying that is because Amit routinely does this on my YouTube channel as well. Okay, so are you wanting to find a career? Is that what you're asking me? Is that you want to find a job and you want to find like a fulfilling career? My last order to Canada was less than 2 weeks. I really wasn't expecting it for at least a month or two due to shipping issues. Thank you. Well, you know what? Thank you for your gratitude and your patience and your understanding. Okay, Amit. So you need help finding a career. So what I'm going to recommend to you is that you start with a reading, a pre-working reading. Okay, so we can sort of see what you're good at, what what area would be great for you to focus on in getting a career. And also, when we do pre-working working readings and the consultation, we look at what you can do about it and also what the blockages are in this reading. Okay, so it's a twofold reading. So I'm going to recommend that you start with a reading so we can figure out how to best help you and where your greatest aspects are, so that you can sort of find a career to align those with. Is Ladies Sum another name for knotweed? Yes, it is. Charmed 113. Thank you for your question. Yeah, if you don't know what direction you want to take with your career, I would have no way of knowing that. That's something you have to book a reading for. Oh, thank you for ordering your reading, Davey. It is approaching the weekend, so I'm going to say to allow us maybe up until early next week to get to the readings if anybody is booking those now, okay? My reader has taken a couple of days off this week, so just want to let you know, just to allow maybe a couple of extra days there. We appreciate your patience. Handmade items, even with obstacles, I find the items ship with a good time frame. Thank you, Brandon. I appreciate that. Your Botanica is the first I've ever ordered from. You stated everything and it came in as you stated. Was very happy. Thank you very much. No, once we get caught up on orders, we may have time to go back to manufacturing the incense. But as of right now, people are complaining. I mean, it's daily. My email is full of complaints about the 30-day wait time, and as long as people complain, I don't have time to make incense. So, sorry. If I didn't have to answer so many emails about people complaining about the wait time, even though the wait time is clearly specified in numerous areas on my website, and it's required that you read it and agree to it before you place an order. So I'm not really sure why people don't understand the processing time. As soon as my time is not wasted on those emails any longer, I'll be able to go back to making specialty items. Flora Obscura, is there any oil to keep away annoying clients? Well, we can all be annoying at some point or another. So I don't want to, nobody is perpetually annoying. But people have become very frustrated and impatient over the last year, and that is because they are fear-filled, and I understand that it's displaced anger. And I'm a very easy target to take it out on because they never see me and they never speak to me directly. I'm behind a keyboard and they're behind a keyboard and they can say whatever they want to me. And that's okay if that's what they need to do to be able to handle everyday life, then that's okay. There are worse things to do. And, you know, I'm not a petite desert flower. I'm not gonna close up and wilt away because, you know, somebody sent me an annoying or rude email. Fennel is great for prosperity, Davey. I love ordering from you. The product's always amazing. It's worth the wait for good handmade products. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that, and I appreciate your patience. I'd ordered from you twice and have received my items rather quickly. Well, thank you. I'm glad to hear that. Oh, thanks, Jerry. Jerry says, you have the most amazing skin. I swear you look 20. Well, bless your heart. I am nowhere near 20. We all know that, but thank you. All right, we're going to be wrapping it up pretty soon here. Yes, you can email me, Bonds Cherry Blossom. You can email me. Send me an email. Let's see here. Where do I want you? You can send me, just email me at conjuredcardia@gmail.com. I'll put it here right now for you, okay? You can email me and you can get your copy of that if you didn't get it. Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate you guys. Hi in Italy. I'm actually going to Italy this fall. I'll be in Italy in September. So I wasn't sure if I wanted to say that. But that is the plan. Of course, you know, everything with the state of the world, we have to be very laid back and take things as it goes, and things may not work out. That's totally okay too. So that is the tentative plan. As we know, anything can happen, which is fine. So, but that is the tentative plan. I've been using my nation sack for my marriage. I've also added curios for money and protection. Can you overload a nation sack? Well, when was the last time you like totally cleaned it out, like took it apart and gave it a good cleansing, and then like just put back in the really key component pieces, I guess, is what I would say. I use hibiscus flower for love workings and to increase psychic powers, for divination. Yeah, those are the main things that hibiscus is used for. Some people like to use it. I use it in my Clarity and Create oil as well for mental focus. What do I use for my eyelashes? It's called, Thrive, I think is the brand. Let me look. Thrive mascara. Yeah, Thrive mascara, liquid eyelash extensions mascara is what it's called. Somebody just asked that on Instagram. Thrive is the brand, and I believe they only have the one mascara, so it should be pretty easy for you to find on their website. I never had any problems with the orders I received from you. 30 days is really not that bad, all things considering, and always reliable. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I appreciate all of you guys' support over the years. Appreciate your business. I appreciate you taking the time to join me here today. I know you all have other things you could be doing, and I like to be able to get to talk to you guys. I know it's been few and far between. As things ease up and I get caught up more on orders, and I'm not just, producing so much in the Botanica. Right now I'm hoping to go back down to working 5 or 6 days a week pretty soon. And then I will be able to speak to you guys more. But the last couple of months, I would say November through February, had to really solely be focused on production in the Botanica. So. We're wrapping up. If anybody has any last things they want to get in, I'm going to link the prosperity service one more time, because that's what's happening today. And then don't forget about the warding and protection service, which is happening this Friday. Okay. Oh, it's my pleasure, Cancer Moon Mystic. Thank you so much for taking some time to join me. Thank you, Mary. It was nice to see you too. I look forward to working with you guys on the prosperity service this evening and the clearing and warding service this Friday. Okay, here's a quick one. I was at the graveyard last weekend and I was walking through the section called Babyland, which was all the infant graves. I saw a few offerings, such as pennies. Do you think this is hurtful to the family? I wouldn't be upset if I had lost a child and somebody wanted to leave some trinkets for their spirits. If somebody is upset at that, then I don't. That seems absurd to me to be upset by that. I don't think it's kind of like, people will say, oh, well, if I leave the wrong offerings, is it going to upset the spirit? What was the last time you got mad somebody gave you something? I mean, honestly, somebody showed up with a gift for you, something that you were going to like. When was the last time you got mad that happened? They've ascended, but they are a human spirit. I mean, there are a reason offerings are given all over the world in all sorts of ancestral worshiping traditions. It's not offensive at all. It's not offensive in the slightest. Yes, Jerry, you can still order the prosperity service. The cutoff is going to be very late this evening, like 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So you have time, but don't. I wouldn't hesitate, because when it fills up, I will take it off the site. To use graveyard dirt from a child's grave. No, I don't see that as being. I don't see that as being offensive either, because I do it myself. I don't understand how. Is the family there while you're taking the graveyard dirt or leaving the offering? How would it offend them? Like, are they watching you? I don't understand the question. I mean, people can't get offended by something they don't know about. So, and it's not offensive to use graveyard dirt if you're leaving an offering and you're paying honor to that spirit. So that goes with any grave. That's not just for children, that's anybody. So okay. I think we're wrapping up here, right? I wouldn't know, William, because I don't work with angels. I'm not a Christian, dear. So sorry. I can't answer your question. Hi in Italy. Yeah, I don't see any, like I said, I don't see any issue that any family would have a problem with somebody leaving an offering, at the grave. You know, it's simple offerings aren't offensive. So, Pat Soslow says, I really recommend the prosperity service I purchased past March 2020 and this March too. It's amazing. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Okay, guys, I think we're all set. So thank you for spending this last hour with me. I really appreciate it. I hope to be on again soon. Hopefully my March will, you know, slow down a little bit, but I think that that's a little silly to even sort of say that. But, I get on here when I have time, and I appreciate that you guys show up. It's certainly, my life certainly doesn't revolve around YouTube or Instagram. That will never happen. It's always going to revolve around my botanica and serving my clients. But I do try to get on here when I can and have somewhat of a presence, so I can speak with you guys, and I appreciate you showing up today, okay? So you guys all be blessed, be safe, protected, well, and may peace and prosperity be with you and your loved ones, okay? Bye, guys. Bye.